That's such a good story. He's one of the best superheroes ever.
Wolverine?
Wolverine and Batman are my two favorites.
Me too. Well, Batman, Wolverine, and then who else do I love? Those are probably two of my close favorites, actually. Batman's my number one for sure.
Do you have a female favorite?
I don't know many female superheroes.
Well, you have Scarlet Witch. You have
I like
Black
Rogue.
Widow.
I love Rogue.
Rogue.
I always love, and I love Shadow Kitty as well.
Shadow Kitty. Fuck, I forgot
Shadow
about
Kitty as
her.
a kid. I used to watch all the X-Men Evolution.
What about
cartoons.
Jubilee?
That's all right. Yeah.
She shot bubbles.
I watched all the X-Men Evolution cartoons as a kid.
Me too.
So Shadow Kitty and
Nightcrawler
Rogue
were like always.
Yeah.
Shadow Kitty,
Rogue.
Nightcrawler. You know what I mean? He would just pop up in a room.
Mm-hmm. Rogue, I loved. I don't know. There's not as many superhero films. I really love when Wonder Woman came out because it felt very empowering to watch a woman.
I felt empowered.
And then you see why men have such an ego because they just see videos of like movies of themselves being portrayed as heroes constantly. They're like, oh, I get it now. I get why they're so arrogant. It's because they see this all the time.
Shots fired. We're gonna break this down. You don't mean all men. You're saying on the extreme side.
I meant like men as a blanket space.
Really?
You
think?
And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I just think in society, men tend to be more empowered than women.
Well, we're talking ego, right?
Well, yes, ego, but empowerment too.
Yeah, I think maybe
I'm not
we've
saying
turned a
men
corner.
are like arrogant and all men are
No, I know that.
egotistical. I'm just saying in the sense that like
men do have egos. Though. I know what you mean. There is this
just
kind of like a sports ego thing,
There
right?
is,
Where it's
and
like, I could run faster than that.
It's
like, why didn't he throw the ball? Like, you serious?
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, we do in general like stoke men's ego in society more than we do women's. If you look at the Hollywood movies right now, right, something like 90%, like a huge number. Marvin, can you look this up? Most of the roles are for men. If you look up roles, Hollywood roles, they're all for men. There's a test. I can't remember the name of it. It begins with a B. It's basically a test for movies to see how equal they are to females. And the categories are so slim. It's like the female characters have to have names. There has to be like at least 2 named female characters or something like this. And then 2 named female characters have to have a conversation with each other at some point during the film. And very few movies pass that test.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Right? Two female characters have a
with
conversation.
Names have to have a conversation at some point during the film. And to pass this test. And
I'd be curious to see those numbers, right? Because
very few
I'm kind of
pass it.
clocking movies while she's saying this.
Yeah.
And there might be something
Because
there.
often you have a movie, right? And there's a strong female character in it.
But it's female-male.
Exactly.
Right.
There's a test, it begins with a B.
But there's nothing wrong with that, though.
There's nothing wrong with that per se, but for female actors, I'm sure there is, you know.
Yeah. I think you might be right. I'm like trying to think.
I'm not saying that a movie's wrong for having strong male characters at all. No, I think that's great. But there should be ones for females too.
Yeah. I think we have turned a corner, though.
I hope so. I mean,
with
if you
most of what the statements you're making.
Yeah.
But historically, you're 100% right.
A lot of movies still don't pass that test, even nowadays.
Right.
TV shows, movies.